So currently I'm just waiting right now. So the market took out the previous day's high. Market took out previous day's high right here. I have marked out on this weird line. Here, I'll do this. Took out previous day's high overnight in the Asia session. With and during London, it expanded, kept on using I guess true just like it just kept on expanding over all-time highs. This morning at 9:30 a.m. market opens. Where is it open? Opens right here. We shoot up one time into this inverse fair value gap on the hourly chart. And immediately breaks down lower. We already had, meaning this bar ended up turning into an inverse fair value gap. Went higher. And currently we are leaving a 4-hour fair value gap from 2 a.m. from the London, the previous four. We were leaving a 4-hour fair value gap. Now that we're at 2 p.m. So currently waiting. Price should respect this fair value gap to touch into this. I do not want it to go to fill in above here. We've already done a lot of work here on this half. On this line, we have the inverse fair value gap. I wouldn't want us to spend much time if it does go above here. If it does go above here, I want this to be a breakaway gap on the 15-minute time frame. Like I said, this is used as support to go higher. Notice how the bodies are respecting the 15-minute fair value gap low. So while it is getting damage in the wicks and we are wicking lower, it's not something that I'm too worried about. As long as we close within that. And then while we do have this 4-hour fair value gap, we do see this 1-hour fair value gap, and deeper down we have this 15-minute imbalance. So specifically, what I don't want to be seen is this implied fair value gap, because we already filled in right here. So this range is what hasn't been filled in yet. This up here, I would like for it to stay as a breakaway gap. And then once we start getting into the 4 hour fair value gap range, I'm going to switch into the 5 minute time frame. 5 minute time frame, and try to get an entry there. Aiming down for more of the 4 hour fair value gap as well as the daily. Right here, this is a fair value gap left on the 4 hour time frame. So from imbalance to imbalance, 4 hour fair value gap to this 4 hour fair value gap. Now, I can technically get a trade into this right here if it offers me at least. It doesn't, but it's not offering me enough range. But so far from the morning, after the morning move, we kind of just haven't really had much of anything else happen. Regular trading hour liquidity. We take out previous New York PM low, sweep it right here. Gotta run away from it. But if you ask me, if you look at these wicks, does this not look like a barcode to you? It's not really something I kind of want to trade right now. But, you know, tape reading is good practice. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this PM session goes. Tomorrow we got FOMC at 2 p.m. So I'm expecting price action to be a little wonky until FOMC interest rates are given tomorrow. Tomorrow morning I'm not going to trade, but I might trade at 3:15 the final hour macro. But for right now, we're watching price. Just not doing much, if you ask me. Check NQ. NQ's even uglier. We have this 4 hour sell side that we haven't really. So while NQ kind of took out previous day's PM regular trading hours, NQ hasn't really done that at all. So It's just like that. See, we ended up inversing this fair value gap right here. This IFEG. But unlike NQ, that's taken this 4-hour fair value gap, we haven't really traded into it. So it's kind of showing me that NQ is a bit stronger and unwilling to trade lower, while ES has been kind of leading the way recently. So whether we get any direction or not, I mean, 150 to 210 macro kind of didn't do much. It just been stalling around. So similar price action on this 1-hour chart. We take out previous day's high. We take out yesterday's high and then come down lower, revisit it one more time, drops down. We had this inverse fair value, this regular fair value gap, high, breaks down on market open. So I'm not liking how it's looking right now, but possibly might be able to see something later on. But like I said, right now, bodies are respecting this 15-minute low. Which is something that I'm like seeing, so that way we could reach up into this 4-hour fair value gap. What? We'll see. If you want to see some levels that I was looking at earlier today, when we opened up on ES, we had this electronic trading, regular trading hours gap. We went up, I mentioned this earlier, into the inverse fair value gap and immediately drop, not really giving us any room to enter unless you want to enter in on the small fair value gap on the 5-minute chart. On the 15, it's actually bigger. So this 15, you can enter there if you're anticipating this New York PM low be the target, which was something that I was looking at this morning. And there goes ES's support on that 5 minute fair value gap, which is the 15-minute fair value gap, which is okay. We looked at NQ right now. NQ did show that it didn't have a fair value gap. And we have been trending down lower since the morning up until lunch at 11:30 when we created this low of the day right now. But right now I want to see the closing basis on this candle. If it drops below or if it could close above. But in this morning, I was looking at the 5 minute chart, and I noticed previous day's high, previous day's low, 4 hour, 1 hour. And then this could be the 15. New day opening gap showing support. Sends price lower. We have that 15-minute fair value gap. I have my previous day's high, previous day's low. That's also previous week's high. Down here at the 6636. That's week high. So right now, like I said, I want to see us get above this new day opening gap. Wick into this 4 hour fair value gap that we created. Stay in this lower half on the 15-minute chart. Specifically, now I'm looking at this range right here. we're getting that support like I've been mentioning. We're watching that 15-minute fair value gap. But low key, in general, the charts are being a little bad today. See the expansion, retracement, expansion, retrace, expansion, expansion, retrace, expansion, lower retrace, reversal. We have this super chop this right here. Space, reversal. So now I'm expecting retracement this way, retracement upwards. Moving. Hail Mary, full of grace, pray you good the quiet place, final space, greedy face. souls. Dark and corroded, world in despair, ravenous beast are wandering, lying in wait for me like a hex, blackest of destinations, echoing through the frostbitten sky, song of the grimmest lullaby, pain that you suffered, pain from your scars, hark, I can hear your requiem starting to crumble down in funny screams, spirit and lunacy coming apart at the seams, hunting souls and satiate winds. Dun 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 So it's not really much to talk about right now. Price moving super slow. Consolidating in this range right here. I'd like for us to break out this consolidation. At least take out the New York PM high, lunch high, right here. You know it has it listed right there, but right here's New York lunch PM. At least take out that before I look for price to go lower. The reason why I'm not in a trade right now is because there's really no like enough range for me. I'm going from 170. I'll be entering in through 171.5, and I would need to reach 176.5 for my full TP, and I'm not really anticipating price to go that high. I mean, it can. I'm not saying it's not, but I would like for this upper from the 4 hour fair value gap to act as a breaker on the 15-minute chart, and then or breakaway gap. So this is a breakaway gap to me. So I guess I'm just gonna type this as a breakaway gap. Hunting souls. 13 souls, never go. This all right here, low resistance liquidity. Until you get to right here and here. You got relatively equal lows down here. 64.2 is my drawn liquidity. But I'm only gonna go for 250 from that spot I lit. Since 2, dude, we just done nothing but stall around and keep doing the same damn thing. So I think I would just call it here, to be honest. Precision's not really something that I could, I guess, talk much about on. 17 souls, first one. Boom. That's what I want to see. 245. Hunting souls, break down the low. Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Damn. Okay, bad side taken. Swing high was taken. Such a long wait. Hunting souls fresh out your bone. Okay, y'all, I'm heading out. It's already 3. I didn't find anything I liked. A lot of consolidation until 250. We ran into this 15-minute fair value gap. A larger time frame, there's this whole entire 4 and 1 hour fair value gap stacked on top of each other. I'm anticipating it to act as resistance. I want this fair value gap up here to stay open, and if we do trade into it, I only want us to trade into the lower half, stay below this 681 level, 681.5 level. As we trade down into it, if we trade up to it, stay below that. And so yeah, currently we are trading. So far, we're respecting the 15-minute fair value gap, but we do have the current new day opening gap right here. And as we are seeing currently, price is respecting the upper half of it. I don't expect this to be a long-term run. I'm expecting it to be a retracement into this downward move. But you know what they say when trading or at all-time highs, be bullish until you are bearish, until the chart on the daily chart gives you otherwise. So I'm keeping a bullish bias. So while yes, I did say I want this 15-minute fair value gap to send price down, and the 4 and 1 hour fair value gap to send the price down, I'm about 50-50 overall. I don't want to call the top. I don't want to say this is the top, but I also don't. I'm also seeing, structure of a easy sell-off along with some more low resistance liquidity down here that we could easily take out tomorrow if we want. Ton of relatively equal lows right here. Lows, 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 all these lows. Easy run of liquidity below here at the swing point. But for right now, I think I'll just call it there. I don't want to be on the chart too long. 2 to 3 is my window anyway, that silver bullet window. I used to trade the 1 minute chart, but lately I've been thinking to myself, I'm just moving to the 5 minute chart now because the 1 minute chart wasn't really working well with my personality. So I said, okay, let's move up then to the 5 minute. I was trying to force myself into a 1 minute chart because that's how ICT teaches. But I remember him saying that he only trades the 1 minute because so much price action happens. He's able to, like us as traders, we could learn quicker the concepts because they happen all the time on the 1 minute chart. And as you get to the higher time frames, it kind of slows down. You don't see them as often, but they are there on the higher time frame. But after spending so much time on the lower time frame, I think I'm gonna stick with this. Fair value gap support using the new day opening gap. 5 minute fair value gap support with the new day opening gap. We have this quick one candle down, regular trading hours. I want this to fail. I want us to drop lower right here, come down below the new day opening gap. So we trade back up. I'll take that as an entry. Sell side liquidity down here, longwood down here. That 5 minute right here, sending the price higher so far, supporting it higher at least, not sending, it's supporting it higher. But we so far failed to take away this 5 minute swing high, leaving relatively equal highs. Okay, yeah. I'm calling it. Have a good one. Be careful if you are still trading. We got FOMC tomorrow. Market's a little tough right now, so be careful out there. Have a good one, y'all.